Hi everybody, I'm here to do a book haul. Excuse my voice, I'm a bit sick. So, if I sound nasally, it's because of that. This is going to be a collective haul. I got a couple of things from the book depository and also Kinokuniya bookshop. And there's one that I got from a used bookstore. From Kinokuniya, I got this really cool panda book bag. And I'm going to do all my hauls through this. So the first thing that I got, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. I actually found out about these from the Readables. She did a kind of Let's Talk video on book covers. And it's a new series that Vintage released. And they're basically a collection of children's classic literature. And I just love this cover. I like the illustration and the colors. The book is quite square, if you can see, and the text is quite big. So it reminds me of those books that I used to read as a kid, and it just got me really nostalgic, and I wanted to pick it up. I got another one from the collection. It's Swallows and Amazons by Arthur Ransom. And I believe this is a series of children's books. It reminded me a little bit of Enid Blyton books from the description. It's about these group of children and they go on, adventures and they go camping. It reminded me a little bit of Famous Five. And I loved those books when I was a kid, so I really wanted to get this. And again, the cover is really nice. It's quite graphic and illustrative at the same time. And the color of the spine is really good as well. I think that would look really good on a bookshelf. I got this from Kinokuniya as well. And they have a lot of author visits. And I saw the copy of Neil Gaiman's Anansi Boys. And it had a signed by the author sticker. So could not resist getting a copy signed by Neil Gaiman. I actually never read his books. This is the first one that I'm going to read. I've been meaning to read The Graveyard Book and Coraline, but I haven't got around to it, so this is going to be my first one. I read the synopsis and it doesn't make sense to me, so hopefully it's going to be a bit of a surprise. Yeah, can't wait to read that. Next is the one I got from a used bookstore. It's Jane Austen's Persuasion. It's got a really nice purple cover, and it's the English Library edition. And I can't smell the pages because my nose is blocked, which sucks. But I'm sure it smells nice. It's that yellowy, aged paper kind of thing. That's why I love used bookstores. But it's really weird because the actual novel doesn't start until here, and it ends about here. So the actual novel is actually just this much, because there's a memoir at the end and an introduction in the beginning. But I think it's always nice to have those. It's kind of like special features for books. And this is going to be my first Jane Austen. I read a little bit of Pride and Prejudice, but I ended up pausing it, not because I didn't like it, because, I don't know. I read it from one of those free ebooks, and I just really wanted a hard copy. I didn't feel like I was getting the full Jane Austen experience reading it from an ebook, so I want to find a copy of Pride and Prejudice first, preferably secondhand, because when it comes to classics, I like getting the worn out secondhand used books, just because I think it feeds into the experience of it. Next thing I got is from the book depository. I'm actually reading it right now. It's The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. It's a really cute cover, but I think it's a little bit misleading because I'm halfway through and there is a bit of romance in there, but I can feel the story going into another direction. But I'll probably do a review on this and I'll talk more about that. Yeah, so I'll just show you the cover. and it feels nice as well. The only thing about it that I don't like is the fonts that they chose. For the text, they use a sans serif font, which is a font that doesn't have, oh crap, I lost my bookmark, that doesn't have one of the little lines at the bottom. I'll show you an example. I mean, that's serif because it's got the little lines, and this is not, because it doesn't have the, I don't know how to describe it, the little tails in the bottom. So what that gives you is a font that looks very reduced and clean, but it doesn't look good in big bodies of text. It's just the designer in me that a bit picky about that kind of thing, but yeah. And usually people do use a serif font in books for the body, so I was a bit confused why they chose to go with a sans serif. This doesn't look good. It looks like it's more suitable for headings, but it's okay. I'll get over it. The next one I got is Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. It's so cool because it actually comes with a playlist. So it's a road trip novel. It's an emotional journey done through a road trip, which I think is very cool. And as I said, it has a kind of journal feel to it. I mean, it still has a normal, book format, but it has pictures as well, like from the road trip. And it has playlists. So you can actually download these songs and then play them while you're reading the book, and I think I've read this and it adds to the experience, and I think it's such a cool addition. And I'm not usually the one to listen to music while reading. The songs they chose here were really good in that you don't actually hear the lyrics, you just hear the music, and then the words, it doesn't distract you from the reading. So yeah, that's Amy and Roger's Epic Detour. It's a cool name too. And I've noticed there's so many long titles. The next two I actually talked about in my To Be Read video, and that's City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I've read this already. I got the hardcover because the paperback had a quote from Stephanie Meyer on the front cover, and when I looked it up online, the hardcover did not. Like on the Book Depository website, it didn't have it. So I was like, okay, I'll just get the hardcover. No offense to Twilight fans, but I just did not want a Stephanie Meyer quote on the front. So I got the hardcover, but then it came with a quote as well. So who cares? And another book that I talked about is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. It's really bad because I've actually read this. I've read some of these already. I was waiting for the other books to arrive because I wanted to do all the book hauls together. The Book Depository took a long time, which is unusual for them. They're usually very quick, but yeah, doesn't matter. I'm definitely gonna do a review on this. This is one of the best ones I've read. It's perfect for winter. It's a perfect winter read. It's set in Russia, but there's magic involved. I think it's magic. It's so good, and the cover looks amazing as well. It's got a nice typography. The font is sans serif. Oh no, the font is serif. Thank goodness. And it has a nice red. I don't know what you call that. Now the last book, I'm actually saving this for summer. It's the Disenchantments by LaCour. This cover just screams summer. Like you just want to go to the beach and read this under the sun. I actually heard about this book from Amira, from Amira's book reviews. I'll link her down below. And yeah, hopefully I can hold out on this book before, because the winter's finishing soon. I might read it for spring if I can't wait. Yeah, I just really want to save this for summer because it seems perfect for it. And yeah, that's my first ever book haul. Hope you guys enjoy it. Sorry about my voice, but I'll see you guys next time.